Krishna. So, welcome you all for our e-Gurukul session, and today is a Monday. We have a schedule for verse for the week. Okay. So before we start, let us all recite the prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Suritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhantamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitiname Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So shloka memorization is very, very important aspect for all of us, and especially Srila Prabhupada also have emphasized. Anyone remember in which context Srila Prabhupada writes that all our members of our society should practice memorizing shlokas and prayers like Ito Narsimha, Parato Narsimha, or Chintamani Prakara Satmasu Kalpa Piksha, like that Prabhupada writes in the Purport. Anyone knows where it comes that? We shared also some of the flyers or some of the places.
Yeah, Prabhu, in that context of Gajendra, so he was telling that because Gajendra means that king, it means earlier that king and he had memorized all the verses, so that's why he could remember them in the next life and he could pray to Lord Vishnu. In that context of Gajendra, we had studied.
So there we learn, very nice. So, right, as Gajendra's situation, all of you know that story, we'll study in detail as soon as it will come in some direction. So, Gajendra's situation was a very precarious, and that situation is for all of us also. It's not that only Gajendra is like that and we are free. We are also in the jaws of this material world, right? The crocodile jaws of this material world and forces. So we have to be very, very careful. So as Gajendra in his Purva Janma, he has memorized the shlokas, memorized the prayers and all. That came to help him in this life. So that Mahamantra is obviously it is there, but apart from that also, the devotee should practice memorizing the shlokas. And that's what Prabhupada says, shlokas and prayers. So that by mistake also we get down to the lower life forms, by mistake we get into the animal forms or so. But then this knowledge will always remain fresh with us. So that's why as a part of our Gurukul sessions, this day is dedicated for verse for the week, to memorize the verses. So we thought of going in the Bhagavad Gita shlokas because that was before we studied. But then I'm sure many of you are already attending our Shloka Master sessions. So many shlokas were covering there as well. 108 shlokas are happening there. And apart from that, all of you also personally have studied many things. So we thought we will study some of the Bhagavatam shlokas. Simple shlokas. Bhagavatam have a big verses also. But some are very nice and small and direct verses. So this is a section I thought about to study some of the verses about Gajendra Moksha prayers. They're very important, very nice. We have various prayer sections, like an opening section of Srimad Bhagavatam and the prayers by Queen Kunti, Mother Kunti. So that is also one option we have. Then later it comes about Bhishma Deva's prayers. Then later it comes about Dhruva Maharaj prayers, Prahlad Maharaj prayers, many prayer sections. In Krishna book also we read, everyone is offering prayers to the Lord. So prayers are an important element. And then later it comes Gajendra prayers. So one option is to go there. But then, yeah, Kunti Maharani's prayers are also very sweet, very nice, very simple and very important. That's why Prabhupada calls Kunti Maharani as what? Anyone knows? The teachings of Queen Kunti. That book is there. And then in that Prabhupada writes, who is this Queen Kunti? One nice description Prabhupada says about her. Anyone knows?
Prabhuji, Manvik has teachings of Queen Kunti book.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm asking about what Prabhupada says to Queen Kunti. About Queen Kunti, Prabhupada says, the most intelligent woman. Right? Generally, Bhagavad Gita and scriptures, they define that women are less intelligent. Not to say that women are less or something, not in that regard, but generally, as compared to the what man can do, women have something less. So, but Queen Kunti, she's considered, when one becomes Krishna conscious, there is no difference between man or woman in that regard, because we are all souls. But in general, being a woman, but she glorified the Lord such an amazing way. So I think that's a good idea. We'll begin with the prayers of Queen Kunti. And very famous verse, all of you know, we might have, that was our first verse we started our e-Gurukul sessions with. That's a beautiful verse about Lord Krishna, Mother Kunti.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Yeah, you remember? What was that?
Yeah, Prabhu. Yeah, that was Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya, Nanda Gopakumaraya, Gopindaya Namo Namah. That one, Prabhu. We started with that one and another verse, Prabhu.
So that's a beautiful prayer given. So we'll go some other prayers also now. Today we'll see how Krishna's body is compared to a lotus. So that's a very simple verse. I'm sure some of you may be knowing also. Even if not, then no problem. Today we'll learn how Mother Kunti glorifies Krishna's as as made up of completely like a lotus. I'll open that verse here in the Vedas. Yes. So somehow I could not make a PPT. I can show you directly the Vedas screen here. Okay. So Jashit Prabhu, Hare Krishna. You are able to see it? Jashit Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. We heard you came to temple also, right? Sunday you came to temple.
Yes,
Nice.
Prabhuji.
Nice. You got the Bhagavatam also, right? You took the Bhagavatam.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Very nice. Happy. So have a nice studies. So this is a Bhagavatam book. This is the first canto. Here, if you see here, this is a description about that. Canto 1, chapter number 8, prayers by Queen Kunti and Parikshit saved. And this is a text number 22. So Pankaja means what? Anyone knows the meaning of the word Pankaja? Here 4 Pankajas are there in this verse. Anyone knows Pankaja is called for what?
Lotus?
Yes. That's a Pankaja means, not exactly.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Yeah, lotus.
Yeah, it is normally said like Pada Pankaja, like that it is normally
Yes,
said.
Pada Pankaja. Yeah, like a lotus feet. Yeah. So here this verse we'll see, okay. Nama means I offer my namaskar. So there are 4 Nama and 4 Pankaja. So Nama Pankaja, and then the 4 limbs of the Lord are being mentioned. So it's very nice 4 elements. That's what the 4 parts of the verse. We can easily memorize. So I'll just share first the meaning, and then we'll give a chance all of you to recite one by one, and then we'll recite 3 times. That's all how we complete our shloka recitation. So let us see what it says. Nama means namaskar. That's the word comes. Right? This is a beauty actually. Sanskrit is a mother of all languages. Namaskar, right? Naman karna, or English we say right, obeisances or bowing down. Naman. So that's all related to nama. Nama pankaja. Pankaja means the lotus. Nabhaya. Nabhi. Nabhi means what? Nabhi is a which organ? Nabhi. Hindi, those who know, they'll no idea. Nabhi. Yeah, you can unmute and speak also. Yeah, in stomach, correct. Or that is called as navel. From in which context navel we very famous organ navel in which context?
Brahma.
Yeah, Brahma is born from the navel of Lord Vishnu. So the lotus sprouts up from the navel of the Lord Vishnu and Brahma comes up. So here it is being said about Mother Kunti starts offering prayers with the Nabhi, Nama Pankaja Nabhaya. Okay. So I offer my obeisances to the lotus navel of the Lord. Then it comes Nama Pankaja Malini. Mala. Right? Mala means what? Mala means inko mala pehna ye.
Garland, flower garland.
Punit Pro, yeah, keep a mute, yes. So garland, right? So lotus garland. Lord wears the lotus garland. If you have seen somehow, I think I would have kept nice darshan also for all of you to show. Maybe next week with the darshan we'll take a recitation here. So Lord have a beautiful lotus garland also. That is Nama Pankaja Malini. Okay, Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Malini. Then Nama Pankaja Netraya. Simple. What is meaning of the word Netra means?
Can you tell the chapter number and the sloka number, Prabhuji? So some issues I joined late.
Yeah. This is from Bhagavatam, not from Bhagavad Gita. This is Bhagavatam, first canto, 8th chapter, 22nd verse. Because I thought Bhagavad Gita already, all of you have studied many verses. So we'll begin with this verse. Then we'll take your feedback if all of you wish. We switch back to Bhagavad Gita. But there are nice verses of Bhagavatam also. So Shloka Master course, all of you are welcome to attend. If you're not attending, you can learn their verses. So that they're learning. So you'll get double to learn. That's what we thought. So Nama Pankaja Netraya. Netra means aankh. Nayano ka tara. They say, Govinda Bolore. Nice song it is, yeah. So Netra means the eyes. So Lord's eyes are also very like a lotus. Like what happened once, when Lord Varahadev came, from which part Varahadev came out? Quick. Who knows?
Nostril.
Yeah.
Nostril.
Yeah, nostril. Nostril of whose? Whose nostrils? Lord Varahadev.
Brahma.
Yeah.
Brahma's nostril.
Yeah, Lord Brahma's nostril, Varahadev came. Initially, it was like a thumb size, then it became fish size, then it became elephant size, then it became mountain size. Nobody was able to understand who this creature it is. But then later they observed very closely, his eyes are like a lotus. The only one person have eyes like a lotus. That's Lord Krishna only, Lord Vishnu only. Then they understood he's none other than Lord only. So that's what Nama Pankaja Netraya. Lord's eyes are like a lotus. And what is the specialty of the lotus? Now you see, Lord's eyes, if you see, they go up to like this, it comes up to like this, very, very fine. So that's what it is, like a lotus, very, very perfectly shaped. Nama Pankaja Netraya. And then, because it is concluding the verse, Namaste Pankajangre. Pankajangri. We have His Grace Pankajangri Prabhu. Recently, he left his body. So, how many of you heard about the name, Prabhuji's name? His Grace Pankajangri Prabhu. Mayapur, very famous Pujari of Lord Narasimhadev. His Grace Pankajangri Prabhu. And
Yeah, Prabhu. I've heard it. He left his body last year, I think. No?
No, not last year, just few months back in the COVID.
I mean, he died due to this corona.
And his brother, His Grace Jananivas Prabhu. So these two very glorious devotees, Prabhupada's very early disciples from London. They born twins in London, and from London they left. They came to Mayapur, and from last 50 plus years, they're serving in Mayapur. They never left.
Wow.
They never left Mayapur. That's why today so wonderful darshan, so nice decorations and all, right? So because of their hard works, so Pankajangre Prabhu. So here name comes Pankajangre. So what is meaning by Pankajangre? Unto you, the soles of whose feet are engraved with the lotus flower. Pankaj Angre. So the lotus feet. So lotus feet is being said. Okay. So these are the 4 limbs of the Lord. Mother Kunti have offered the prayers. Yeah. So yeah, Divyesh Prabhu is requesting all of you to rename with your own name so that your attendance is being recorded. Okay. This is a verse overall. This is exact. My respectful obeisances unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower. Right? That is, a navel is like a lotus. There is like a mark of like a lotus on your navel. Who are decorated with a garland of a lotus flower. Right? Maline. Nama Pankaja Maline. And then whose glance, that is eyes, whose glance is as cool as the lotus. Namo Pankaja Netraya Namaste Pankajangre, whose feet are engraved with the lotuses. So these are the 4 limbs in this verse are being mentioned. So very important fact to know from this verse. First we'll take a recitation. Okay, so one of you, raise your hand who would like to repeat after us. We'll give a chance one by one. Yeah, keep your hand raised, then we'll give a chance one by one. Okay, we'll begin with the Punit Prabhu. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Nama Pankajanabhaya.
Nama Pankajanabhaya.
Nama Pankajamaline.
Nama Pankajamaline.
Nama. Okay, I think we'll go line by line. Each line will 3 times. Okay. Nama Pankajanabhaya.
Nama Pankajanabhaya.
Nama Pankajamaline.
Nama Pankajamaline.
Nama Pankajanabhaya.
Nama Pankajanabhaya.
Nama Pankajamaline.
Nama Pankajamaline.
Thank you. Next, we'll give a chance. Yeah. Manvik Prabhu, you want to recite?
Prabhuji.
Yeah. Repeat after me. Okay. Nama Pankaja Netraya.
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 Namaste Pankajangraye.
Namaste Pankajangraye.
Namaste Pankajangraye.
Namaste Pankajangraye.
Namaste Pankajangraye.
Namaste Pankajangraye.
Thank you. Next, Anish Kumar Pro.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So now we'll recite whole verse, okay?
Okay, Prabhuji.
I'll say you can repeat after me then. Nama Pankajanabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye.
Namah Pankajanaabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangre.
We'll repeat 3 times, okay? I'll also say once again, you be there.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Nama
Okay.
Pankajanabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye.
Namah Pankajanaabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangre.
Namah Pankajanaabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye.
Namah Pankajanaabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye.
Thank you. Now, who would like to repeat the whole verse? Yeah, Shubham Prabhu. Shubham Prabhu first, then there is a Divyesh Prabhu, and then there is a, okay, Jashit Prabhu and Anand Prabhu, 4 devotees. Okay, start in a sequence, one by one.
Namah Pankajanaabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangrahe.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah, Prabhu. Nama Pankajanaabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Next, Jashit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Nama Pankajanaabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Maline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangire.
Jangraye. Yeah, correct. Thank you.
Ajangire.
Yes, Anand Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Namah Pankajanaabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye.
Yeah, thank you. And Harshit Prabhu, you also want to recite quickly. Yeah. Harshit Prabhu, yeah, you have to unmute.
Nama Pankajanaabhaya, Nama Pankajamaline, Nama Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye.
Yeah, thank you. So here we see one very, very important lesson Prabhupada brings out. Verse is very simple, but very, very instructive lesson, which every day we should follow. So if you observe the sequence here, first she's offering namaskar to the lotus navel. Then she's offering to the garland of the Lord, then the eyes of the Lord, and then she comes to the lotus feet of the Lord. But ideally, how one should offer prayers?
Yeah, Prabhu, we should start at the feet, then we
Bottom
should
to top.
look at the belly, then after that we should look at the garland, then at last we should look at the face.
Yes, Prabhu.
Here something different sequence is going on. Right? You are not observing? Yeah?
Yeah, Prabhu, the little bit that Pankajangre, that should be actually at the top.
Yeah, then is that Mother Kunti doesn't know the etiquette or what? Who knows the answer? Why she forgot to see the lotus feet first and then go first, then go up? Why like this? So let us see what Prabhupada explains. That's what we need a purpose to understand, so that it makes us very easy to learn the principles. So whenever we go first darshan of the Lord, one should not directly look at the face of the Lord. Like let's say you stand in front of the great person, we bow down, right, in a humble way. So first we see his feet. Right, so Lord Krishna is a supreme master, he's a supreme Lord. So he should be offered first namaskar from his lotus feet. So yeah, here you see Prabhupada gives a very good instruction for all of us. One should not try to look at the face of the Lord without being accustomed to seeing the lotus feet of the Lord. So first we should see the lotus feet. But then why Mother Kunti is going directly to navel? Here
Prabhuji, it is a purport, Prabhuji. Now only I saw Prabhuji in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now only I was searching for Mother Kunti, that purport, sir. Purport, Prabhuji. So suddenly.
Srimati Kunti, because of her being the aunt of the Lord, did not begin to see the Lord from the lotus feet, because the Lord might feel ashamed. You're getting the point? Kunti is like an elderly lady. And if the elderly lady, she's like an aunt, she says, oh, beta, I bow down to your feet. So it will be a little awkward in the relationship, right? So not to make Lord feel little awkward. So thus Kunti Devi, just to save a painful situation of the Lord, began to see the Lord just above his lotus feet. That is from the waist of the Lord, gradually rising to the face, then down to the lotus feet. In round everything there is in order. So this is a beautiful purport. But this point is very, very important.
Prabhuji, a devotee should go from the legs, Prabhuji, but aren't or any relation so that Lord feel ashamed.
And
They
another thing is,
even from him.
another important point is, for the Lord's limbs, we don't call directly like a eyes, directly like a feet, but we add
Lotus.
lotus feet, lotus eyes, like lotus face, right? Like that, it is being described. Lotus navel. So because he's a glorious Lord, is a supreme Lord, he's all beautiful. So that's another interesting lesson to note. So whenever you come for the darshan of the Lord, not only in the temple, even in the home also, as soon as you keep your altar in the front and all, first you should offer namaskar to the lotus feet of the Lord, right? So this is wonderful prayer. Whenever you come in front of the darshan of the Lord, you can glorify the Lord the way Mother Kunti has glorified. Namah Pankajanaabhaya, Namah Pankajamaline, Namah Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is the 8th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, correct? 8th chapter, that is Mother Kunti, prayers offered by Mother Kunti. First canto, 8th chapter, this is a verse number 22nd. So before you join for the next Monday session, let us see how many of you memorize this verse. So very simple, the 4 limbs, right? Navel. Then next is what? Quickly, who can say? After navel, second?
Farmland.
Farmland.
Then third, what is the third?
Eyes, Prabhuji, lotus eyes.
Eyes. Lotus eyes.
Then fourth,
Jangraye.
lotus,
Lotus.
Pankajangraye, right? So very nice meditation. We can also meditate on the Lord by reciting this verse and having a darshan of the Lord, or even if not, in our prayers and all, we can remember like this. So Lord become very quickly pleased because we are repeating the same prayer what the great devotees have offered, right? So that's what you can easily see. I'll also try to get some, there are beautiful darshans. The lotus feet of the Lord, the lotus is kept, the garland is like a lotus and all. So actually lotus also, Lord is much more better than the lotus, but the lotus is the best comparison. Why lotus is compared with that one last discussion we'll end for the day. Why lotus analogy is given here? Anyone knows?
What, Prabhuji?
Why lotus is compared? Why not rose? Why not like another jasmine flower?
Probably because the
What is all the-
petals are very long.
I cannot hear one by one. Yes, Jashit Prabhu, what you're saying? One by one we'll take opinion. Yeah. Why lotus is said here?
Prabhuji, because the petals will be very long and beautiful, Prabhuji, the petals of lotus.
Yeah, okay, very good. It's long, it's beautiful. That's what. Yeah. Anyone else who was speaking next? Any other point?
Prabhuji,
Yes?
Prabhuji, although lotus is in a swamp or something like that, Prabhuji, but lotus is always a beautiful, Prabhuji. Even
Yeah, so lotus have a very special characteristics, right? Lotus leaf. All of you studied in your science, hydrophobic nature or what you call those terms, right? So no dirt, no mud, no water remains on that. It is always clean and pure. It doesn't get affected. So same way when the Lord comes in this material world, right? We get affected by the 3 modes. We get affected by the material atmosphere, the karmas and so many other things, influenced by the illusion of this material world. But Lord always remains Shuddham, right? Ashna Viram Apapa Viddham, right? Arjuna also glorifies, right? Yesterday Shloka Master session you might have studied. Arjuna glorifies, right? What is that verse? Anyone remember 10.12 and 10.13? I just missed out. He says, Asito Devalo Vyasos Narada Swayam Chaiva Bravishine. How it begins that first line. Anyway, that verse, there it comes, Pavitram. You are the purest. So lotus is the most pure one. So that's what it is compared to the lotus. Okay, so these are two, three lessons we can take a note. How to take a darshan of the Lord, how to glorify the Lord. And then the lotus is like a best analogy compared for the Lord. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhyaiva cha
Devacha patitan pavanasya vaishnaveno namo namah.
नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव
की जय।
श्रील प्रभु
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय।
हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।